Check, 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 check. There we are. What do you know? Okay, we're here.
Turned itself off.
Yeah, it's so weird. All right. Well,
You have to X out.
we don't
Just in
have
case.
we don't have to, but we have now.
I
So.
like it.
Okay, we're here. We had a mic problem for a second, but we figured it out real quick. So,
What's up, guys?
What's
up, girls?
what is this? 27?
Yes, this is episode 27, and welcome back. Appreciate your patience on the
This episode is sponsored by Boss Water.
and Soylent.
Fancy, yeah.
Boss Water, huh? So
I had to try it out.
Okay.
It's not as expensive as it sounds. This is also a plastic one.
I like how they just get fancy with the type of water bottles, like,
Yeah.
and then what makes an expensive water bottle?
I don't know.
BPA free.
Yes.
Is
Is this even BPA free though?
pH level being a particular?
Yeah, pH level. Pretty cool. I think if you get electrolytes in it too, like minerals. This one has minerals in it.
Okay.
It's got calcium, magnesium, chloride. So you don't want your water to not have any minerals in it. Water's supposed to have minerals in it. So yeah.
There you have it. Brought to you by the Voss experts.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, how's it going, guys? Good to be here again. Thanks for your patience on the. For some reason the mic likes to turn itself off, and then we got to sit here and mess around with it for a second. So
Yeah, that was cool.
it only happens, once every few weeks. So that's all it does, and it should be all right.
Yeah, good times.
Well, cool, man. What's today? Saturday?
Yeah.
Right on. How's your last few days been?
Dude, so we're both injured. I fucking fell on my skateboard 4 times yesterday.
Oh, really?
Dude, I was we're at Garfield. You know where Garfield Elementary is at?
I probably do, but just not off the top.
It's
of
on
my
the
head.
west side, it's by Parkside and stuff. Kind of like right as you're going towards downtown.
Okay.
It's right off the road there. Anyway,
I
but
think so.
there's like some tennis courts and stuff right by the school.
Is it by Vic's Pizza?
Kind of.
Off that direction?
Yeah.
I think so. I know where it's at.
But yeah, I was doing a manual in between these like 2 sections of sidewalk, and I went manual across it, and then immediately after there was this crack I didn't notice that went up, and so I manualed into this crack, and it immediately just fucking slammed onto the ground. I was going really fast too because I was trying to manual across it like as quickly as I could, and I was trying to keep the manual going after I finished it, so that's why I was still in manual. I was like, let's see how far we can get this manual to go. It immediately hit a crack, and just like slammed under my knee. My knee fucking hurts.
So when you hit the manual, it just went straight down?
Yeah,
or
it just went like I wasn't expecting to. Yeah, just
slams
straight down, and I just flew forward.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of flew down and forward straight onto the ground. Like I didn't like slide across the ground. It's just all my momentum just thud right on the ground. So that was fun.
Right on. It's like being thrown into the ground.
Yeah. And then I had already fall. That was my second fall of the day. I had already fallen earlier because I was trying to manual off the fucking curb. And I realized there was like a plastic bottle that some fucking stupid little kid left there. So my stupid ass trying to like correct it mid-air is I pushed the board in front of me to try to go over the bottle.
Yeah.
But then the board was too far in front of me, so it slid out from underneath me. And I landed on my hand and I did that. With my exposed flesh. So I did that, and then I slammed a couple more times throughout the day. So
Right on. I like how you said it was some kid left a bottle. What if it was like a 70-year-old man that did that?
no, it was like a little kid drink though.
Oh.
Like one of those like
Yeah,
little
maybe
juice
maybe
bottles.
Maybe a 70-year-old man likes to drink those.
Maybe. I don't know, but
That's funny.
I mean, it was at an elementary school.
That's a bummer, dude. Yeah.
It's still a good
Oh,
day.
bueno. Well, it sounds like, yeah, I mean, you're getting back into the joys of skateboarding. You forgot all the, the highs and lows of it.
My body doesn't heal as quickly now, though. So, like, my knee is like, Heather's like laying next to me and she moves wrong. I'm like, don't touch my knee. Don't touch it.
No, what is it saying? No pain, no gain, right?
Yeah.
So if you're getting hurt, you're making some progress. I mean, not literally in the moment of getting hurt, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Learned a couple of lessons.
There you go. That's funny.
Should have just landed on that stupid bottle. Probably would have just crushed it with the wheels or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably been fine.
Or it would have ended up being worse. You'd have bit it a little harder and kind of fell in a particular way.
I didn't even fall hard. It's just somehow I ended up just scraping it just right where it cut into my... Because I've fallen plenty of times on my hands. But just this one time specifically cut my hand the fuck up for whatever reason.
The flesh is
Yeah, it's not just like just this, it's like all the skin, so it's just the flesh underneath, so it just stings all the time when stuff is touching it.
Yeah.
I was wearing a glove earlier, and it fucking stung when the latex was touching it. So, it's fancy, dude.
You're not used to getting hurt anymore, huh?
Nah. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it kind of sucks.
Yeah. I don't think I'm used to getting hurt anymore either, man. I swear. Because, in case you guys, he said we both got hurt, and in case you didn't notice, my hand was jacked up. And so, I'm almost embarrassed to even explain it. So, basically, I never hurt my hand. Hardly ever do I do that. I mean, I've done it a few times, but we're talking, 3 or 4, maybe 5 times in 14 years I've ever done anything. I've maybe hit my thumb with a hammer once ever, and it wasn't even that hard. And so
wasn't even that hard.
It wasn't. Yeah. So I mean, because I've seen plenty of carpenters out there that have just nailed
destroy
their thumb.
fucking hands.
Yeah. Or I know plenty of carpenters when you're in the building industry, or the trade rather. You run into plenty of people that are missing fingers and have nubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Guys you work with. That shit's scary, man. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I'm always cautious of that. But anyways, the day started out, I forgot my gloves for one, because I'm switching back and forth trucks, and I have a work truck and another truck. So I don't have everything in that truck. And so I decided to work without the gloves. So I sit there and I grab this little piece of aluminum that's like a little pigtail.
Wait, pause 1 second. Okay, we forgot to hit record because you're so consumed with the mic.
Oh.
So we'll just be like, hey everybody, it's episode 27. I hurt myself skateboarding, and now Ben's talking about hurting himself at work. So that's basically all that's happened in this podcast. I slammed 4 times on my skateboard, and he's talking about how he fucked up his hands. So
all right.
So
You're just preventing me from starting over. Yeah.
Well, we don't need to fully start because we didn't talk about that much. It's only been like one thing. So
all right.
We haven't even done our plugs yet, so we don't need to redo that.
I can't believe we did that though. Bummer.
Oh well.
There's always something, huh? Well, so yeah, I guess you turned that on mid-story. Basically, I guess you missed what Danny was talking about. Danny's talking about his destroying himself on a skateboard, and I'm talking about jacking my hand up at work. But yeah, long story short, basically, what happened was I'm sitting there playing with a little, just a little pigtail of aluminum. It's just a sliver of aluminum. When you cut it, you end up with these little long shavings. And I grabbed it, and it was stuck to another piece. And when I pulled it, it just slid across my finger and just sliced it. And I was like, no way. And it just happened so fast, so quick. So
it makes me cringe thinking about it.
So I sit there and I bandage that up. No problem. I feel like an idiot. I sliced my finger. Classic case of not having gloves on and something silly like that, right? And I'm sitting there on a ladder and I'm drilling some stuff. I'm holding the post and drilling through it. I have my hand under the bracket I'm drilling that I can't really see. Just without thinking about it, drill right through it and drill right into my thumb. And I've never done that before. I've never sliced my finger on those little things either. So it's like 2 of these things that have never happened ever in 14 years happening all within an hour of each other. It's fucking crazy, man. Like 2 anomalies.
Yeah.
In the same day, within the same hour. And so
in the same hour, Jesus.
Yeah, and when I drilled my thumb, I really fucked my thumb up. Like really drilled into it.
Is it still bleeding?
Yeah, every time I take this off, it's just soaked and there's like I don't know if it went to the bone because I can't see, because the chunks of flesh that were kind of just there are still just sitting on the cut. And so I just bandaged it up and put Neosporin on it and prayed to the gods.
Should have put some like hydrogen peroxide or something in there.
I did that too.
Oh, okay. I was like, you need to make sure that shit doesn't get infected if you're not going to get stitches.
Yeah, I did that too. How's it going, Jim? Good to see, or good to hear you. Good to see your text. So yeah, fun times. Those are my fun times. Danny's fun times, falling off a skateboard.
Yeah. I cut my finger when I was like 20 with a fucking rusty knife. And it bled for like 3 days before it stopped bleeding. I didn't get stitches either, so
yeah,
it was pretty deep. And then afterwards, I had like nerve damage for a while, where the nerves were healing up, and it was just kind of like numb to the feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that too on this finger. There's a little scar there. I did it right on the crease, and same thing. I sliced it on a deep, on a piece of thick aluminum, and like if you just like hit that spot just right, it'll feel like the day it got cut.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, mine doesn't do that, but I mean, it was sensitive for a long time, but I mean, I guess it healed up fine enough now.
Yeah, because I've hit it on accident before, like right on it, and it feels like the day I cut it. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening right now? Like,
it has a memory.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
That's weird.
So, and that's one of those times I was telling you that I've hurt my hands. That's one of the vivid times I can remember that I've done it. I haven't done it very many times, so that's why it's like silly to see my hand like this. This is not usual.
Yikes.
Had I had my gloves on, the drill bit would have hit the gloves and marred it up before it even hit the skin, you know?
Yeah, I think it's funny also that we're both in like, me and Ben are never injured. We're both injured the same weekend. I would say yours is much worse, but, you know, still both got hurt. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels so dumb.
It does. It's like embarrassing to get hurt. It's part of life, man.
Dude, when I slammed on the ground on that stupid manual,
that's not as embarrassing. What makes it embarrassing is when it's silly, small stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff that's like, oh my god, that just really happened.
Yeah, I guess kind of cutting my hand trying to go over that stupid bottle was fucking stupid. But no, I just meant like when I slammed on the ground, dude. It's kind of those things like it didn't hurt that much, but it hurt enough where I was like, I'm just gonna lay here for a minute, you know, just laying on the ground. Where's my condoms?
I'm just gonna think about it.
I forgot. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. You weren't even gonna use them anyway, so.
Yeah, right.
Mark.
Don't act like you're gonna use them. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to this day. Knock on some wood that I haven't messed up my hands much in 14 years of carpentry, so I'm really hoping that my thumb makes it through this one, and I'm gonna be a lot smarter from now on.
Yeah, for another like 10 years, and you're gonna slip up.
Nah, man, forever.
Chop off
for
your
10
pinky.
years, I better not ever have to be on a job site in 10 years working.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So
hopefully
10 years I'll be 47. I mean, that's not that old, but I definitely don't want to be wearing a tool belt even in a pinch. Like, you know, if all the employees quit and I have to step up and there's back orders I gotta step up and do, like, I'm just not looking forward to doing that when I'm 47.
Yeah.
So the goal is to get out of that. It's happening, man. It's taking a while. That's something that, oh my god, you want to talk about frustrating. I spent a lot of my day like trying to play therapy session with my employees because I couldn't get along at work. I was like, oh my god, I was getting calls back and forth from them all day, and I was like, wow, dude.
What the hell, they're having a little drama session?
I guess so, yeah. Well, they just couldn't work together.
I'm gonna suck it up, man.
I was like, what is going on here?
Just fucking suck it up and work, man. Jesus.
And I reminded one of the guys, I said, man, I worked with one of the most grumpiest guys you could ever work with. We started out button heads. I didn't want to work with him at all. He was fucking rude and, you know, condescending, and just didn't like that type of person. And I you know, it was like that for 6 months, real, you know, a lot of turmoil. And I told the boss, I was like, I can't work with that guy, man. He's like, well, you're gonna have to, you know, kind of learn how to. He's, you know, working with him. But, you know, fast forward 9 years later, I ended up working with the man for 9 years and figured out how to work with him. And on top of that, I learned a lot from him. We didn't really get along. I mean, we got along, but we didn't really, like, we're not the same type of person, but we did get along, I guess is what I should say. We didn't really, like, connect and be, like, best buds or anything, but we figured out how to work together, you know? And so that's why it kind of baffles me to have to deal with that. It's like, fuck, can we deal with this? If it's not one thing, it's hard enough to find an employee that's good enough, right? And then now I gotta deal with this.
Yeah.
It's like, what's next?
Just do the fucking job. You guys don't even have to talk that much. Just do the fucking job.
Well, they gotta They do have to communicate because they got to work together a little bit. That's the problem. Things are being misheard and misinterpreted, and they both are kind of naive. They're both kind of still learning the systems too, for the most part. I mean, or little bits of it. They don't know everything. So
keep it strictly business. Hey, I need 7 feet of this. You know, hold this there at that thing. You know, I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah, it's you know what it is. It's an ego thing.
I know exactly. I was gonna say.
And this is what's fucking
make
stupid.
it strictly business. Just like fucking do your fucking thing.
But they have to communicate. Like for instance, here's like specifically one of the things that happened on the job was something was getting installed and it's like really long, so it takes 2 people, and you're on opposite ends of it on ladders.
Yeah.
And so you're communicating to the other person. You know, it's got to go on this way, and there's a couple ways to there's a couple ways of doing it wrong. And so unless you're paying attention, it can easily be done wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And so they're like, no one wants to take accountability for it. It's like, if it was explained to me a little bit better.
You know, I don't have time for stupid. I feel like if I was you, I would just be like, yo, you guys got to figure it the fuck out. I mean, it's like during the pandemic.
That's kind of
a lot of places are closed. People are having a hard time finding jobs. So if you don't want to fucking work, then bye. You know, find someone else.
I mean, it's not even that. Like,
I'm just saying, that's why I'd be like, I don't want to deal with your guys' shit. Figure it the fuck out, or go work somewhere else. You know, like that would be my take on it because I can't deal with people.
It'll be like that eventually, yeah. But they've both already stated the same thing. Really, they're like, if it's not gonna work out, I might have to look for something else. So it's like,
how much of fucking
nobody's really desperate, dude. So it's like,
fucking Jesus, man.
So yeah, it's interesting, man.
I guess they don't have to be desperate. They can go get whatever this stupid unemployment is right now.
Yeah, good point.
We can get $2,500 a month to just sit at home and do nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. Yeah, one of the employees was joking around about that too. He's like, I don't know why I'm working right now. And he's like, why don't I just go get unemployment? He's like, I don't know why I'm even working. It's pretty funny. But yeah, let's see. What did he say?
I just like Mark's statement.
The thing is, people act like they're in school, need to realize it's a job. Exactly. That's a good point.
That's what I meant. Just like get to business, you know, do the fucking business. Like with the egos and the politics and all the bullshit. It's fucking work.
It's the fucking ego, man. I even told the guy that, because this guy's like talking, you know, stroking his own image and telling me, he's like, hey, you know, he's like, I usually work very well with people. I don't know what's going on. This is not something, you know, I'm never ever talking to somebody.
How old
about
are they?
This. Huh?
How old are they?
They're both. One of them's 50, dude.
Well, dude, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
That guy is not the sharpest tool.
You're fucking 50 and you don't know how to get along with people in the workplace yet, dude. You're fucking hopeless, man.
That's kind of what we're getting at.
Like what? I mean, if you were like, they're like 20, I'm like, all right. They're fucking kids still.
And I told him, I was like, man, your biggest thing, I would say, you know, like I don't have many issues with you. I was like, but I would say that you do have a bit of an ego and you have a hard time taking direction sometimes because of it. Mm-hmm. And so he didn't really. It's funny because he didn't really say much to that.
If he didn't say much, this means he didn't agree, but he didn't want to disagree. That's usually what it is, you know?
Yeah.
If you're like, man, you're kind of shit at that. So, you know, if someone's just like, it's like they're thinking it in their head, they're just not saying it out loud, you know?
Yeah.
Because if they're like, if they agree with you, like, all right, you kind of have a point, you know?
It's kind of silly to have to deal with that type of shit from a 50-year-old man and
exactly.
40-year-old man. So, and to be honest, it was more the 50-year-old man's fault. But the point is, using myself as an example, I am telling you, I was in the worst fucking situation you can think of as far as not being able to get along with somebody, and I made it work for 9 years. So if I can do it, people can do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I realized that was my job, and I was going to be stuck with that, so I needed to make it work. And I got something good out of it. Like, I didn't just let it be a job, you know what I mean? I actually learned from the man that I wasn't getting along with, because I realized, you know, he had 30 years experience and shit, and so got along and then learned from him. Didn't have to be his fucking best friend or marry him or anything. Just had to fucking learn how to work with him.
Don't you still talk to him?
Yeah, I actually did just talk to him. Not very often, but I did just talk to him the other few months back, and so he's kind of kicking back and relaxing. Exactly. I like this, guys. I'm gonna bring you guys on for manager. Go tell.
Dude, I swear to God, if I ever own a business and I have 50-year-old acting like that, I'll be like, all right, fuck off, dude. Just for real, dude. Jesus.
And I've definitely said that, not fuck off, but I've been like, you know, see you guys. If this ain't gonna work, that's fine, you know.
50 is the new 40. I mean,
50 is the new 40.
That sounds like something someone that's 50 or older would say, though. You know?
That's funny.
There's no 18-year-old saying, you know, 50 is the new 40. They're like, 40 is old as fuck to begin with.
Right.
Still at 40.
So it's not just it's funny because if it was a couple of, what is that called, millennials, if it was a couple, you know, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds that were doing this,
yeah,
people would say the same. They would be like, oh, it's a millennial thing.
I think you're technically a millennial.
I think so, or the cusp or something.
Yeah, like right on the upper end of it.
Yeah.
You're not 30. I'm just making a joke, man. I'm getting old, man. I realize that when I'm falling, I'm like, you know, 17-year-old being like, get up, bitch. You know?
That's funny. Got a little scrape on your hand there. You're like,
oh my God.
The bottom lip's shaking.
Dude, Heather went and got me like a bandage to wrap around it, you know what I mean? And Tim's like, oh, do we need to take you to the hospital?
That's hilarious.
He was clowning on me for like a good 10, 15 minutes, and then he was like, you know, doing little snippets here and there.
That's funny.
It was funny. I was like, I fucking knew you were gonna do that, because I hurt myself before he showed up, and then he showed up. He's like, we got a Band-Aid there? I'm like, oh, here we fucking go, man.
What kind of Band-Aids were they? Frozen Band-Aids?
It should have been a frozen Band-Aid. That would have been hilarious.
Just kidding. I've worn a frozen Band-Aid in a pinch. Band-Aid's a Band-Aid.
I'll say, I don't even give a shit. I was sitting there trying to embarrass them anyways. I like pulled up my pants really high and like wrapped my pant legs up, so I was wearing some like,
get some swag going on.
Yeah, I tucked in my shirt, put on Heather's hat. I looked like a fucking dweeb.
Right on.
It was fun.
Gotta stand out, man. Gotta get noticed by the recruiters.
Don't have the ego. I just don't care. Just like whatever. You might get COVID. Avoid that. Yeah, for real though, huh?
Right.
Super glue it.
What are we talking about? Cut?
My cut does not need super glue. That
yours ain't the type, but this would have been perfect for that.
Yeah.
It actually, it's fine though. I put a lot of pressure on it, so this thing was like for hours just real tight. What was funny was,
you want to stitch it?
I knew it was deep.
Stitches and we'll fucking.
I knew it was deep because it was bandaged for 5 hours. When I finally unwrapped it, it bled immediately. Like I just took it off and you could see the cut clean, and then it just started coming right out. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Mark, are you telling me I should still work out, or are you saying that you still work out? Because I don't know if you've ever been skateboarding, but it's kind of is a fucking workout. But
for the legs, for sure.
Yeah, it's totally a leg workout. I was working out before the pandemic though. I should definitely work out, do some more weightlifting, I guess I should say. So I'm definitely getting cardio and leg workout right now. I skateboarded for like 3 hours yesterday, so.
You need to do some vegan gains. That's what we need to do, man. Yeah. We should do that for the podcast, like do a vegan.
Are you saying I'm too skinny? Why is everyone hating on skinny people? Aren't you, Mark? You're skinny as fuck. What are you talking about? I've never seen you be overweight once in my life. He can outwork. I'd still outwork Danny. Okay, I put the workout in the wrong word. You probably would outwork me, you know? You'd probably outwork me. I'm not a heavy worker.
He'd run circles around you.
You're a manager, man. I'm fucking not I'm not a hard worker. I'm a bare minimum type of dude. I'm like, what are you paying me for?
Danny doesn't have that go-getter labor mentality.
Definitely not labor. If you gave me a job that I actually cared about, paid me an actually good salary, you might see some
hard labor.
I don't care about hard labor though. I said if you give me a job that I actually care about and gave me a good salary, there's no way I'm gonna be like, I care about digging or I care about fucking nailing. You know what I mean?
But like, there's a point where money matters. You know what I mean? Like let's say digging. I don't know, digging a hole while it's raining in the dirt. So it's basically you're just digging a muddy hole or something, like a really big hole. Like doing that for like, I don't know, you can get $1,000 a day or something. Doing that.
I'd do it, but I wouldn't do it forever.
How long would you do it? And how happy? My question is, how happy to do it would you be?
I wouldn't be happy to do it. I wouldn't be happy to do it. I would do it for the money, though. I wouldn't be happy to do it.
I know. What I meant was, how happy would you be to do it for that money, for that pay?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be happy to do it for any money?
No, it would be a shit job. There's no. It's like, you know, it's like, how would you like to do the shittiest job ever? We'll pay you $1 trillion. I'm like, I'm still not going to enjoy the job.
Yeah, but there's a point where the money.
Maybe,
you're like, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Or maybe for you.
I think for most people would agree that. Like, there's a point where, I mean, I've heard plenty of people use these imaginary scenarios. You know what I mean? Like, if I had $1 million, I would do this and that. And so it's kind of like that, basically.
All right, cleaning old people's diapers. How much money?
Would I be happy to do it?
Yeah, that's your only job. That's your only job. It's not like getting them food and whatever. Only changing their diapers.
Yeah, it has to be like a solid 100 mil.
100 mil before you're happy. You're like, yes, sir.
Like, this is no problem.
Let me get up in there. I'm doing a good job here.
I'd be the best at that job ever, dude. I would turn it into like a fucking. You would get like. There'd be like a reward system, and I would fucking get the gold medal for that every year.
Yeah. So my grandpa is saying that I am laid back like my mom, but also my dad. See, that's what happened.
Your mom had really fucking good work ethic, though.
All right. Well,
like labor wise.
Yeah.
Like, I've worked with your mom, and she busted her ass.
Yeah.
When it comes to labor.
Yeah, she was fucking lazy though. Okay, I'm just saying. So is my dad.
Maybe around the house.
Yeah.
But even at like when she got into the mode of it's go time, like she did work.
Yeah, I just don't get into go time. I guess I got some more of my dad in me.
That's what I'm saying. You know, like I think that part might be your dad, because I swear to God, Selena, like when she got in go mode, shit got done.
I don't know. I just kind of remember like sitting there and the kids are running around trashing the house. My mom's asleep on the couch.
That's a phase she went in. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, but like when she says like let's clean the fucking house or something, like
this is a phase, okay, guys? It's a 28-year phase. Get out of it eventually. I've had my clean moments. They're just the dirty moments outweigh the clean moments a lot.
Maybe she only worked hard at work. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, Grandpa, but my parents were lazy. Okay, you can sugarcoat it all you want. They were lazy. Okay, I'm lazy. They were lazy.
For the most part, yeah, they were.
You're putting the negative connotations on the word lazy. Okay. Because everyone in society's like, you can't be lazy. They were lazy. Who cares, man? They like chilling.
People like to be lazy, really.
See? Mark agrees with me. Thank you. Stop trying to lie. It's the truth.
That's hilarious. No, maybe it was just in a work setting, because I remember your mom, like, specifically, like, working when I was 16. She got me my first job at McDonald's, working with her.
Yeah.
And, like, she used to work really hard.
Yeah.
Back then.
I usually work really hard when I first start a job, and then I give up. I mean, I did that years because I hate manual labor, but like if it's not manual labor, I will work hard at first. It depends on the work environment, like the culture, you know?
Yeah, not even the actual work. Well, it definitely depends on the work. We just got done with talking about
it can't be manual labor, but like for instance, when I worked at Walmart, actually when I worked at Walmart, it was manual labor. I was unloading trucks.
Okay.
And I did like it at first, you know what I mean? But then management changed there after a while, and you know, corporate culture fucking sucks.
Yeah. What do you just unbox and stuff and
taking them? We were taking the boxes off the truck, and you know, some of them were like fucking
opening it and taking stuff out.
What you do is you take them off the trucks, put them on pallets, finish the truck, then you go out and stock the shelves. You take the pallet full of boxes. So you organize the boxes by the sections of the store they go into. So you have this line that comes out of the truck. They actually changed the system, but this is the system I worked on. They have this line. It's like a manual line. One person's on the truck putting boxes onto this line. It's like with a bunch of little wheels on it.
Yeah.
They're throwing the boxes down the line, and then everyone on the line is throwing them down to wherever they need to go. And there's one person working on each section of the line that's putting. They're working a few pallets, and they're grabbing the boxes that go on their pallets on those boxes. And you do that. It takes sometimes you're on there for half your shift. Sometimes like 4 hours, and then you go stock the shelves for 4 hours. So
just that bunch of fucking products.
So I did that for 7 months. So I mean, but
I had to do that too. I don't know if you remember Linens and Things, that store.
Yeah,
I worked there for a couple years and did the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, but anyways, we were talking about laziness. I was just studying this in psychology. So some people, it was about motivation. Some people, there's two different types of motivation. There's intrinsic motivation, which means you're just doing things for the sake of doing them. Like, for instance, like drawing or playing guitar, making music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people usually are pretty good at being intrinsically motivated. And there's extrinsic motivations, like I need to pay my bills, so I need to work this job, or I need to take a shower so I can be clean, so I can get a girlfriend or whatever. Like the motivations are from external factors, not like something that you want to do for the sake of doing it.
There's a reason for
it.
And
it's interesting is that people that do things intrinsically, usually if it becomes extrinsic, so say for instance you're making music, and then the record label, you get signed by a record company, and they're like, all right, we need you to pump out one album a year, every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it has to be good, and blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden now it's a job, it's a chore.
It just switched now.
Yeah, now it's not like an intrinsic motivation, it's extrinsic, and you're fucking like, that's what happens to me every time. It's like every time something becomes like a chore. Like for instance, I love learning, and then I'm in school, and I'm like due dates and grades and all this shit. I'm like, it's like putting all this extra stress and pressure on learning or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like working a job, you know what I mean? It's like I like programming, but then I'm like thinking about like, so I want to go work for someone and have all these deadlines and shit, and you need to do this much of this and whatever, all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's funny you said that, because I kind of put myself in this situation that's real. It's related to that a little bit, but basically it's this sales program that I bought into basically a few weeks ago. I didn't know what it was, but it's basically it's like a sales training, I guess that is what it is, sales training. Mm-hmm. And then it's got a bunch of other stuff in there, like digital marketing stuff type that helps you with the business, but yeah, exactly, Jim. Just job performance related program.
Please tell him Phil what you missed.
Phil,
also, what's up, Phil?
What's up, Phil? I was like, okay. But yeah, that's funny. Ironically, it is about basically improving job performance, but in the sales more specifically. But the thing is designed to help like a company. And I only have a couple employees and one sales rep, and my sales rep is 65. So he's not going to want to take the sales training. Mm-hmm. I already asked him, and he was just like, nah, I'm okay, man. Yeah. I don't blame him, you know what I mean? He's already taken he's worked for a bunch of different companies and has taken any, really good sales training that companies have provided to him. So he's already seen everything you can imagine, probably.
Yeah.
But I bought it, and I'm doing it, and it's costing me money, and I'm having a hard time. It's basically me paying somebody to hold me accountable now. No. Because it's a thing. It's an assignment thing I got to do.
Yeah.
And it's fucking weird. I don't know why I decided to do it. I don't know.
You don't like it, huh?
So far, no, because I'm having a hard time. It's something that I'm into. I love improving on something. It's something I want to do, but then now it's become
a chore. Where before it's like you're doing it yourself for your own motive.
Yeah. And now they're like 2 a day, 2 things a day, and then like there's check marks and a list of things to do every so often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a criteria, and so now I'm like, oh man, this sucks, and I haven't even started.
Yeah. See, so you
that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. You already know. Yeah. So it's just weird how that's how your brain works.
That is weird, because it's still gonna. I mean, it's probably even better because now it's structured.
Yeah.
What you're interested in doing is structured now. Now you have a better chance of succeeding at it.
Yeah. I think but you already had your own structure. So I think if you make your own structure, it's like you're not.
Maybe you have a hard time trusting someone else because, I mean, yes, you might have had your own structure, but it's not necessarily a win-win proof structure. Maybe sometimes it's better to follow a successful person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we have a hard time putting our trust in, I think.
I think people just don't like listening. Don't like being told what to do.
It's the ego, man. Back to the ego.
For me, it's not really. I mean, I don't like that, but you know what?
Nobody likes it, man.
A lot of me is I don't like deadlines. I don't like deadlines. You know what I mean? I like working on stuff. I like learning stuff, making stuff. I fucking hate deadlines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of time, most of my stuff that I make, it's kind of on my own time. You know what I mean? It's like once I get that, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna work on this, and I do it, and then it's like, okay, that's great. You know what I mean? But that's because I wanted to do it, and then I put in good effort. If it's like something where there's a deadline, it's like, fuck, I gotta write this paper. It's like, all right, how many extra words can I put into this sentence? You know, it's just this like super verbose writing that it's like Danny does not like work. That is true. You weren't even part of the conversation.
He doesn't need to be. He knows, man.
I guess I was just talking about not being told. I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
I liked working at West Side Pizza. That was cool.
You know what's funny though? Like, and I'm guilty of this too. My ego will creep in sometimes. Not that much, but like I had to learn, especially as like someone running my own business. I had to learn how to drop the ego because I gotta deal with some shit, dude, from homeowners and stuff, and you know, if something's late or timelines aren't right, which this happens all the time. You know what I mean? I got homeowners telling me all kinds of shit sometimes. They're gonna cancel, you know, whatever. So, yeah, it's the ego thing though. I can't remember where I was going with that, but if I had an ego, I do have some pushback. I have a line that I don't obviously let homeowners, you know, try to take advantage of me.
Right.
But for the most part, I realize they're a paying customer, and so I kind of, you know, just like, you know, whatever, you know, we're doing the best we can, you know, just kind of smile with things, even if it seems offensive or aggressive or whatever. So I don't know. The ego thing is so counterproductive for improving, dude.
Yeah. So
when it starts coming out, it's like it's pretty annoying, and then there's nothing's getting accomplished really.
Yeah, I'm gonna be glad when I get to the next quarter. I thought these classes this quarter were gonna be kind of cool. I was thinking, but I just want to go for art stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to take psychology anymore. Psychology sucks. Botany was way less cool than I thought it was gonna be, because my teacher sucks. My music class is pretty alright though. That's the class I'm passing the best, so
nice.
Pretty easy.
Philip's been looking into starting a detail business. Right on, dude.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
But yeah, next quarter I'm taking a drawing class and a theater class and an acting class. I feel like those are gonna be easier to do. I'm gonna say that. I feel like every fucking class that I don't like is because it's fucking history. Like what class am I taking? Like my music class right now, it's like annoying to me because it's supposed to be music appreciation, right? So it's supposed to be like, I thought I'm gonna be listening to music and be like analyzing the music, like understanding the music theory and understanding why, like, oh, I appreciate this music because of this. Half the shit's like, who was Beethoven's third wife? I'm like, why am I learning music history, man? This is supposed to be music appreciation.
Maybe you'll find out.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a.
Maybe she's the person who taught Beethoven everything he knows. Who knows?
Yeah, Phil, we do. We're on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch.
Which I guess you can just plug now. We didn't do.
Yeah, we didn't do it. We're also on Spotify.
Oh, we're so bad.
We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, yeah.
Oh, thanks for that segue, Philip.
It's like a midway plug. It's it's better.
Right, just like we talked about.
Get the true fans to listen to our plug.
Right.
There it is.
Did you hear me? I'm all work just like we talked about. Good job.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so what's new? I don't have much to talk about.
I know, we've been talking about. We're pretty good at talking about nothing we have planned, so.
Right? We're just gonna talk about nothing. Does that sound exciting?
Mm-hmm. Is there any such thing as nothing though?
Not really.
It's like we'll go into the hippie talk like from last podcast. Where you're like, I saved that. When I was like, are you sure you're alive? Are you sure this isn't a dream? You're like, well, let's not do that.
Not enough time. Too late. Too much. Too late. That's funny. Yeah, because other stuff I'm still getting into. I don't want to talk about it yet. Like The Last Dance. I'm still watching that documentary about Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Mm-hmm. And then I started another documentary. I forgot the name of it, but it's with Zac Efron and this other guy about sustainable resources.
Zac Efron, huh?
It's pretty cool so far. Yeah.
Have you seen?
So far,
Zac Efron's so old looking nowadays.
Yeah. Well, he's just got a beard.
I don't know.
Right now.
It looks like he aged like 15 years, you know?
He looks so much different. Like, seeing him.
He's not the pretty boy he used to be.
Seeing him in, like, the Ted Bundy movie that he did. He looks so much different with his hair like that. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But he seems pretty cool, though.
Yeah, no.
I see him in interviews. He seems like a chill dude.
Him and, like I said, I only watched one episode, and him and the dude on there, I forgot his name, but he's another, like, B-list actor type guy, but they're pretty funny, dude, on there so far. But, like, right now, they're just, you know, just to give you touch base on it right now, they're in Iceland, and they're showing how they use the volcanic resources to supply energy, like, you know, water, power.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy, dude. They drill holes down to where the steam is being emitted, and the steam powers turbines and converts that into electricity.
Yeah.
So all this stuff is just being generated from natural resources, and then even when it's done, it gets converted back into the earth into a solidified material to where it's not going to contaminate the earth.
Yeah. I wonder. It's like too little, too late, maybe though. Did they talk about that on the documentary yet?
No. But I mean, ultimately, yeah, that's what they're talking about. These are
the state of the environment is so bad right now. We're like in the mass extinction going on right now on the earth. It's like,
I mean, you're saying that, and then you got people like Trump and Dan Pena saying that climate change.
You literally just followed your counter argument by people like Trump. You know what I mean? I know you're not supporting what they're saying, but like. No. Obviously, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Also, Dan Pena is the most egotistical narcissist I've ever seen in my life. So.
Yeah. No, I'm saying they're. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just showing the two extremes. You're sitting here saying, you know, we're in dire problems right now with the world, and I agree with you. Yeah. And then you got people like Dan Pena and
narcissistic
Trump.
Businessmen. They're like, no, keep business rolling. You know.
I mean, literally, Dan Pena was saying that's the one thing I don't agree with Dan Pena about. Is him saying that. It's the biggest perpetrator. What do you say? His exact. I'm trying to quote him verbatim.
You know what's weird though? Okay, here's
like his biggest fraud perpetrated on mankind.
Here's the thing about Dan Pena. Dan Pena doesn't. He contradicts himself. I swear to God.
Probably.
Man contradicts. Okay, because first of all, he doesn't believe in climate change, and then in another interview, he's talking about how we're already fucked and we can't fix it. So is it real or is it not? Figure the fuck out.
Well, he did say it was real. He was talking about how he had some. Professionals come in and explain it.
Yeah.
And broke it down to him. And what he was saying was the amount that it has decreased and the ice is melted or whatever is fucking. It doesn't even matter. It's nothing to even talk about. It's like fart in the wind. Is what he was trying to say.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
It doesn't. The ocean temperatures don't need to go up that.
But high. He didn't say it was. He didn't say it didn't exist. He said it's the biggest He said it's the biggest fraud on mankind. And
the biggest?
And because it's not even happening at a rate that they're saying it's happening.
The biggest fraud? That's a huge statement.
Yeah, it is.
The biggest fraud?
Him involved people, yeah. But,
shit.
It's just interesting, the climate change. But that's what the documentary ultimately is about, is yes, how are we, and this is some of the ways that we can live sustainably with renewable resources without fucking up the earth, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to keep watching that thing.
Yeah. Dude, Phil, speaking of, he said, tell Grandpa Mickey that, which I'm assuming he's telling the science part. Because, okay, here's the thing. Grandpa Mickey sent me a fucking, like, news article or video on how COVID-19 is caused by 5G, and I was like, bro.
Wait, what? Who said that?
My Grandpa Mickey. It's like, no. not responding to these stupid conspiracies theories.
You never know.
That's not how it works. It's not how diseases work. You can't spread diseases by fucking radio waves. It's not like what?
You never know.
That's like a basic biology class would cure you of that notion.
Turn it into radio wave warfare.
Oh, tell Mickey that Trump's an idiot? I mean, okay, Trump is a fucking moron, so... It's not even a debate. It's not debatable.
Even if you like him, you should still be honest about the fact that he's an idiot.
He's a fucking moron, dude.
Even if you like him.
Wasn't he talking about, like, injecting bleach or something? Come the fuck on, man. He's fucking stupid as fuck.
He says some of the idiotic shit out there.
The only reason I like Trump, and I don't like Trump, but the only...
Why you tolerate him?
He's hilarious with how stupid he is. You know? It's just funny.
He's definitely got that old man, I don't give a fuck old man syndrome. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, when you get old, you just don't give a fuck about anything. He's totally got that on full blast right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. But speaking of,
have you seen that documentary on the reefs? Coral reefs dying because the ocean temperatures are going
up. Maybe. I've seen a few different ones.
I'm sure there's more than one, but yeah, I've seen one it's pretty bad. Like the Great Reef in Australia is dying, or it's like dead now. I don't even know.
I wonder if that's the same one I watched with that scuba diver lady. I forgot her name.
I thought it was a dude in the one I watched, so I don't know. I don't know. There's gotta be more. There's definitely more than one. So
the one I watched that was most memorable was the one, I think I've talked to you about this. I can't remember her damn name, but she's like very known for deep sea diving, and she helped invent. Her husband invented the that craft. I guess it is a watercraft that goes underwater, but like deep into the deep without cracking and takes all that pressure. I forgot what those are called, but they invented that. But anyway, she was talking about how she used to swim in the coral reefs and these areas, and there was full of life, and then
there's no life.
Fast forward 30 years later, she's diving out there and it's just dead reef everywhere. There's no life. There's no fish around. There's like, it's just a dead zone. Well, that's what it is. They call it dead zone.
Yeah, the reef is a living organism, so
just crazy, man, just to see that though. And for someone who spent time in the water, you know what I mean, like she's taken the most dives ever. She's got the record for most dives. For her to see life and, you know, a certain part of the ocean and full of life in one way, and then years later, nothing. She just sees it firsthand. You know what I mean? She's not hearing it from people. This is something she experienced. I don't know, man. It means something. It's like, holy shit, this is actually happening.
Yeah. I think the Earth is just gonna kill off humans. The Earth is probably like some, you know, like it has so many living. It's like a living organism, kind of, right? And like humans are literally like cancer. You see,
yeah.
I don't know. You seen that? George Carlin talks about. He's like, if you fucking like look above the Earth, you have all this nice green stuff with all this stuff going on, and then every time you go to a city, it just looks like cancer growth. You know, like spreading from these cities and stuff. It's fucking bad. All the pollution and stuff. Hey, can you fuck off, Siri? Thank you. I can't say the word serious without it being like, hello? Fuck off.
Jim said at least Biden did not ask if you could inject poison.
And then Mark said exactly what I was about to say. At least he's not, but Biden also sits there.
No, he just smells women.
And little girl's hair. He goes up and like, what the fuck is wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like either of the dudes. So
we were just talking about this on like last podcast or podcast before. Like,
yeah,
politics are a fucking joke.
That's why we don't get into it, because people already like this. They're already, what would you call that, binary? Where they just want one or the other. There's no, it's either black or white. And so politics, people already like that. So when you start talking about politics, it's much easier for somebody to just do that. Like, oh, if you're not this, you must be this. And then it just becomes a childish conversation, in my opinion, talking to people like that.
All of the main candidates, the ones you're going to see on TV, are trash, okay? Like every fucking election, they're always fucking trash, so.
Yeah. Earth will get us back. It's just so true. Exactly. You're right, Jim.
Earth is like these
There's movies on this.
they're like, these were a mistake. Let's cleanse that. We'll start new. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen, man. I mean, a fucking meteor could hit the Earth and we could be wiped out and start all over again. That's just so crazy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be a good thing for the Earth.
Yeah.
Not a good thing for humans, but you know, we're narcissistic, so we're like, oh no, but us.
And honestly, I wouldn't want to. I'm thinking about my daughter. I'd rather her to be older if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let her live her life first.
Or let her die of old age first, and then that happens.
Yeah.
What about your grandkids, though?
Old. Exactly.
Is this gonna go on forever?
Gotta, exactly.
Someone has to fucking die.
Sacrifice is gonna have to be made here. Shit.
How many generations is it before you stop giving a fuck?
That's a good question.
You know,
before it's as important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how many generations above you do you give a shit? They're like, did you know that your great? You're like, I don't fucking care.
I'll never know.
You're like, that was literally 200 years ago. Yeah. Don't give a shit.
It's not relevant. Never seen him. It's not tangible.
Just think about it. After you die, you're gonna have grandkids, right?
Yeah.
But their grandkids aren't gonna remember you.
No. I'm just gonna be like a imaginary dude.
You got like whatever. Like,
I'm gonna get a picture.
Maybe 100 years that you're here, and then maybe like half that amount of time. Maybe like, so you probably got like double the amount of time you live that people will remember you in total. You know what I mean?
So my grandkids' kids. That's where it stops then.
Yeah.
Right? I won't have much of a connection.
The great grandparents, yeah. So the great, no, they're not gonna. You heard about your great grandpa? Like, who cares?
No, I don't know. Is there something special about him?
Yeah, he started a patio business and he made some good money. He also,
he started this cool little patio cover business over in Washington.
Yeah, dude, he made like $200,000. They're like, that's how much I make in a week now, because
right,
the inflation doesn't mean anything.
It's like, everybody, just for, to live minimum wage, you got to make like $250,000 a year by that time.
Probably.
It's like the norm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, think of it like 100 years ago. 100 years ago, what would you make? You only need to make like what, like 10 grand a year? You were fucking set.
That's crazy.
100 years ago, you were set on 10 grand, dude.
10 grand a year? That's insane.
Grandpa made his house for like what, 20, 30 grand, did he say?
What?
30, 40 grand? Or what the fuck did he say? It was such a low number.
He said 70 something.
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
I said, 50 something.
Was it 50?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I swear to God, he said.
I thought he said 70 something.
Maybe it was. But you understand what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
But that was in the 80s, like, or the late 70s. Think about going to 1920. Things were so cheap back then, relatively to now.
Oh yeah.
Too many fucking people.
Too many people. Too much inflation.
Dude, like 100 years ago, there was like 4 billion people on the earth. 3 billion people. Now there's like almost 8. It's like population has doubled in 100 years. We've been here for like what, 100,000 years? Population doubles in 100 years. Yeah, 100 years from now, it's gonna be a fucking shit show here, dude.
It's gonna be. I was just saying. I say that all the time. Especially most times you'll catch me saying that when I'm on the road, and more specifically in traffic.
I think that in the grocery store, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, the grocery stores can definitely get annoying too.
COVID fucked up, man. If you're trying to like depopulate the earth with COVID, you're doing a shit job.
Yeah, they are doing a shit job.
Or you're taking way too long. You're not deadly enough. It's gonna take too long.
This is a slow kill right here.
Yeah.
Kill us fast.
I mean, I don't want to die because I'm narcissistic, but there are too many fucking people on the earth. Everyone wants to be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, but not me. Everyone, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone else can die, not me though.
We could do without everyone else.
Except for me, I'm great.
I'm okay. I'm not so bad. I was gonna say, I was listening to Adam Carolla talking to Bryan Cranston, and
oh, those guys are old as fuck.
Yeah,
nowadays.
they are. These guys are hilarious, though, man. Love those dudes.
Adam Carolla's pretty good. Bryan Cranston's great.
Bryan Cranston was talking about how he actually got COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened was he was telling a story about how he actually came out with the news that he had COVID. He heard that Tom Hanks caught it, so Tom Hanks got it first, right? And then Tom Hanks was telling him that he was donating plasma after that for research.
Yeah.
So they could test his, infected cells, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's what Bryan Cranston did as well. And I guess he was talking to, he was like, well, I guess I got to do this too. It just makes sense. And I guess Bryan Cranston was videotaping him doing it, and the guy that was the doctor or whatever, he was like, I seen you videotaping that last time you were here. He was like, can you post that and share that, because the donor list has gotten shorter and shorter and we need more donors in here. And I guess he was saying that was his reason to kind of expose himself, so he not only shared it, and obviously he's got a big following,
right?
So
interesting.
He shared it, and then
cool.
So yeah, everybody's getting it, man. Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston and whoever else knows apparently is getting COVID-19. I mean, we've all gotten it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I got it in January. I'm almost certain I got it already.
It's not that big in Washington. I mean, it is, but I think it's really big in California. It's like the biggest in California now, isn't it? And that's where all these stars live, is in California.
Oh, yeah. It's just spreading.
I'm sure LA is a fucking shit show right now with COVID-19, so.
Yeah.
It's weird to call it COVID-19 considering we're fucking 8.5 months into 2020.
Yeah. Well, it was back in...
It was December of 2019.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude. What a fucking shitty year.
I know, it's hard to believe that this whole year is just shot. That's what I was saying, man. The rest of this year, all these holidays are not going to be the same.
Oh, dude. You know what? Halloween's going to be fine. I'm going to sit inside. I'm going to get a costume. I'm going to hang out with Heather or whatever. We're just going to watch, Harry Potter, have a movie marathon. It'll be just as good.
Harry Potter, man. I thought you were supposed to watch something scary.
Dude, no, I'm getting too old for that shit, dude. I want to be terrified for a week afterwards.
That's what me and Malia did last year.
Here's what scary movies do to me. They're either not scary enough and I'm like, this fucking movie sucks. Or they're terrifying and I'm like, let me check the closet 5 times. Either one, I don't want either of those options, Can I get mildly scary? Ooh, spooked me,
Who left the closet door open 3 inches? Yeah, that's strange. I always close up.
Yeah.
Me and Malia did that last year. We binge watched Creeped Out on Netflix. You probably remember us binge watching through all that. That was pretty funny. It's not scary. It's
I could watch some fun Halloween
it's
stuff.
Goosebumps, scary.
Or some Tim Burton movies or something. That'd be fun.
Not down for Halloween or anything like that, huh?
Because Halloween's not really that scary. I'm talking more
it's just more what is Halloween? It's not scary. What would you call it?
It's more like an action thriller. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? It's not. Are you after you watch Halloween? Are you afraid that Mike Myers is gonna fucking bust through your door? Not really.
What's weird? Well, you make a good point, because it used to be like that. The early Halloween movies used to be like that.
Yeah.
You'd be legitimately scared that he'd be near you or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the newer ones, the Rob Zombie ones,
yeah, they're cool, but they're like an action thriller, right?
Yeah, they turned it into more of realistic, I guess. So that took the mystery out of it. I think.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Movies that would scare me, actually scare me, The Ring and Grudge, those type of movies where you're The Grudge, you hear that stupid fucking sound and they can get you anywhere and you're just all right.
Yeah.
Or some people get scared by it. I don't really get scared by the movies. I get scared by the book, though.
I remember the first time I seen The Ring. Wait, you said The Grudge. That's right. I'm getting that mixed up.
Well, I said both of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but The Ring.
What's up, Adam? You're rating us? Nice, dude.
What's up, dude? I I was gonna say something about this, but let's address this really quick here. What was Jim saying? He got the mild one in March. Oh, COVID, serious stuff. They say you can get it again. I just do not know how it's going to be put to rest. Huh. Grandma's down, temperature 101. Dang. I guess depends on your antibodies and your immune system. Okay.
Grandma,
Yeah, so it sounds like everybody's getting it or has had it.
temperature at 101.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure, like, I was sick in January for 2 weeks, and it was pretty brutal, and that must have been it.
I got sick in February and March, so
That must have been his COVID term.
maybe.
But before I forget, we were talking about Halloween, and this got me thinking about the masks. So here's a weird thought. So you seen the Halloween movie, the first Rob Zombie remake, or not remake, but the first Rob Zombie film?
Yeah.
You know how the little boy, Mike Myers, as a young boy, it shows him wearing a mask all the time? He's like infatuated with wearing a fucking mask.
Yeah.
So, like, how weird is it now that there's actually people probably like him that like wearing masks or something and have, like, what is he, psychotic or schizophrenic or something like that? That are actually enjoying this because they can wear a mask now and not be weird. They just fit right in.
Oh.
How weird is that?
Did I get it? I don't know if I got it. I'm saying maybe I got it. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah,
Also,
we're just guessing.
I didn't even remember her name was Ethel, but I hope she gets well soon. So give her my best regards. That's
Yeah, that's really shitty.
101. 101's not the end of the world though. That's just kind of like a not.
Just gotta hunker down and ride it out.
It's a little bit of a shitty fever, but it's not a terrible fever. So hopefully it passes. If you have like a 101 fever and you have no other symptoms, you're like pretty good. You're all right. You know what I mean? You take some like Tylenol or something to bring the fever down, and you just chill. If you have other symptoms, though, that's a whole other story.
So yeah, but other than that, yeah, kind of run out of stuff to talk about.
Oh shit!
We've already talked about Kanye running for president, so
Kanye. I forgot about that already.
That's just a funny joke. It's gotta be.
So, what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving if COVID's still going on? I mean, you don't even give a shit. You went and did 4th of July like normal, right?
What was that?
Thanksgiving.
What am I gonna do Thanksgiving? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, man.
Have a vegan.
Probably have a vegan.
Let's say vegan Thanksgiving again.
Nothing special, a little small something here.
Yeah.
I have just some simple stuff: green bean casserole, some fruit salad. I love some fruit salad, man. Now, for some reason, you just got me thinking about some fruit salad.
Dude, okay, so I'm gonna regret saying this because it's gonna remind me again, but I was just at the store. Heather was buying some fruit, and I was like, you know what sounds really good right now? A vegan parfait. That'd be so dope.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the parfaits there, and I was like, fuck, man, I should just make my own.
You could totally make one even if you just bought yogurt, plain yogurt.
That's a yogurt. Just buy some vegan yogurt and some strawberry and some granola. That's all you need.
Pretty much.
You can put other shit in there. Obviously, you get mix the fruit. You get blueberries or raspberries or whatever there.
Dude, you can. I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, I made a smoothie bowl one time. That was pretty damn good. And then I poured a bunch of cereal on the side of it.
Yeah,
that was pretty damn good.
That sounds alright.
Yeah, it was good. It looked better than it tasted, though, I think.
Oh, we're supposed to make spaghetti after this, but I'm so tired.
Yeah, that's a process, man.
Well, we're actually going to use the pre-made sauce, so it's not a process. You know what I mean? It's just heating up the sauce and cooking some noodles real quick. That ain't shit.
Nice. So. I will say, though...
Phil, the only time Phil's ever in the podcast, we're talking about
food, yeah.
All right, let's talk about something else. Let's not talk about food. I was just talking about Thanksgiving. What are you going to do for things? Like, are you going to go to a family get-together or whatever?
Yeah.
I like the kind of intimate, private holidays anyway, you know what I mean? Just with a few close people.
Yeah, it's nice to have a few buddies, or, a couple families or something, I don't know. Lately, the last, I think, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I think me and Malia just spent it by herself.
Yeah.
We stayed home. I know I cooked a Christmas dinner. Actually, I might have cooked a Thanksgiving dinner too. I can't remember. No, because you were here on Christmas, weren't you?
Were they here on Christmas?
Were you? No, you weren't.
Mm-mm. Where was I? Did I?
No, because I made here. I had one of those.
Oh wait, no, I was. I went over to see Michaela on Christmas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
What did I do on Thanksgiving? Oh, I went to Lizzie's family's. Sorry, I said that with such a negative face.
Name drop too. Nice.
You coming? Day, New York.
Danny.
I know. I'm just fucking with him.
Coming, Danny.
Am I coming for turkey dinner? You know, I would love some turkey for Thanksgiving. You know me. Hell yeah! Don't mind me. I'm gonna fix up my car and drive down there just so I can get some turkey.
Man, you know what's funny? Out of all the meat that I ate, turkey was one of the better ones because it was so clean.
Yeah.
I was not a big fan of, like, every time I ate chicken, I wasn't the type of person that go for all that. I didn't like discolored shit. It's weird to me.
It's kind of greasy,
bristly, right? And like the tough parts and all that shit. I didn't just eat everything. I would like go for just the clean parts of the meat.
Yeah, I always tell people if you're gonna eat any type of meat, probably eat turkey. It has like the least amount of saturated fat and stuff. You know what I mean? It's pretty lean.
Yeah.
High in protein. All right, enough with the food.
Enough to exactly.
Why don't you just eat while you're watching the movie? I mean, we're just gonna have to start having like a food podcast. We're just gonna like, all right, we need to start eating before the podcast.
I mean, yeah, we should just have a food podcast one time. Get it over with.
Yeah, dude, we make those enchiladas and sit here and eat the enchiladas and.
Yes, that'd be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, coming next Saturday, we're gonna have an enchilada party. You gotta make your own enchiladas at home, and if you want to join us, though, because you don't want us to ship you some enchiladas. It's gonna be bad.
We'll review our own enchiladas on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, we'll make some virus podcasts, some virus enchiladas,
some viral enchiladas. There you go. I was gonna say, I was watching that Michael Jordan and the Bulls documentary, and there's a part on there. It really has layers to it, but there's a part where they're giving Michael shit about gambling and trying to accuse him of having a gambling problem.
Oh.
And like he was being interviewed about it, and Conning Chung was like, "Do you think you have a gambling problem?" And he's like laughs. He was like, "No, I don't have a gambling problem." He was like, "I can stop gambling anytime I want." He's like, "I have a competition problem." He's like, "I have a problem not competing."
Yeah.
I thought that was just the funniest shit to hear him say that, because he said it straight up, and you could just see him.
It'd be pretty hard to have a gambling problem with that much money, unless you're doing like really high stakes gambling.
Yeah, which he was, which is still high stakes is still nothing to people who are making millions. So
yeah, how much is he's got to be worth like 500 million or something crazy, right?
Probably, yeah.
It's like whatever,
something crazy like that. But I thought it was funny that that dude straight, like, that documentary really shows a lot. It kind of shows the team and like how fucking much that guy pushed everybody.
Michael did.
That dude was fucking pretty tough and like raw.
Do you make awesome enchiladas, Mark? What's your recipe? Or is it like a secret recipe? That's about my worth. What are you talking about? You're worth 500 million? Yeah. You're dreaming. You know, Phil had like a pretty morbid job for a long time. You have a new job right now, Phil, but like...
What job?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he like wrote the obituary.
Oh, really? That's not morbid.
Yeah, it is. You have to write the obituary column all the time. You're literally just talking about dead people and shit all the time.
Yeah, but it's really you're interpreting it. I mean, it could be looked at that way, yes, but if I had that job, I wouldn't even think of it like that. I think of it more as like, this is kind of giving this person accolades and kind of shining some light on this person's light and goodness, not really shining light on the fact that he's dead. Because I think by the time...
Wait, has it been 10 years? Fuck, I'm getting old, man.
Because by the time the obituaries come out, everybody already knows about it anyway. There's hardly ever does somebody see the obituary and go, holy shit, looks like Susan passed away. They already know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before it even hits the obituaries.
That wasn't 10 years ago, was it? No. Well, that was like 7, right? Am I tripping? I thought you quit when I was like 20. I'm only 28. Fuck, I don't know, dude. You know your life better than I do.
He's trying to tell you your life.
No, you quit 7 years ago.
That's funny.
$5,000 a month. I mean, that's pretty high. That's pretty good. That's 60K a year. That's doing all right.
Right.
You live in the Seattle area, though. Seattle, 5K a month isn't extremely high in the Seattle area or something, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what's the rent? The rent's like $1,500 a month. It's like the same as here. For this house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's in Seattle. You're like 2K, I feel like.
Well, I mean, he lives with other people, so I'm assuming someone else there has income as well.
What's up, Snakes?
I'm over the hill, bud. I know, dude. You missed. I don't know if you missed it, but we were talking about me crashing on a skateboard and like, owie, you know, because I'm so old.
He hurt himself and. Yeah.
I'll send to you, just replace chicken and cheese. I mean, that's pretty much what we did. We basically made chicken enchiladas, right? But we used jackfruit. Jackfruit instead of chicken because it has like a pulled pork texture. And then we use vegan cheese, which we use Daya cheese, which is pretty good. So
yeah, it was really good, man.
We just used like green enchilada sauce and tortillas. We fried up onions, jalapeno, and some shit.
Are you serious, Jim? That's crazy, man.
$900 a month? That's like what? That's like 6-year-old prices around here. You can't get anything for $900 a month around here anymore.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm surprised you rent after all the houses you've owned. That shocks me.
To be fair, it's Yakima, so like,
Yeah, I would have kept one of those houses to live in. Something. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
900 is cheap as hell though because I pay 16.
But I'm saying location.
25 here.
Fucking Yakima. They're like, please live here.
Because this is
$900 for a 3-bedroom.
This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And yeah, it's $16.25 here. Garage and patio. I guess there's a garage and patio here.
Dude, you got a fucking nice bedroom downstairs though, dude. That's like a loft but downstairs, you know what I mean? It's like a basement room basically.
Yeah.
It's like half underground, right? So it's kind of like
half underground.
What do you call that?
I don't know.
You're the one who works on houses and shit. Not technically houses, but
I don't know what you call that.
It's half. It's halfway.
It's a basement, I think.
Kind of a basement. It's like half basement.
Yeah.
But it stays nice and cool down there. It's fucking huge.
It's nice and cool down there. On a hot day, it's really nice down there.
Hot as fuck up here. It's cool down there. It's big. You got your own bathroom down there.
The bathroom's small as shit, but
I mean, yeah, but
I make it work. I'm still ready to move, man.
Yeah.
This house, I'm over it.
I mean, that's kind of the only nice thing about this place is that room downstairs.
Probably, yeah.
The living room's kind of meh.
I don't like being...
The kitchen sucks.
The kitchen...
At least the space.
The kitchen sucks for sure, man. I can't cook. That's the biggest thing I need is a nice kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So... We'll see, man. I don't know. I'm on the fence about what I'm gonna do.
Jake has been already talked about veganism this episode, probably. I mean, I think we've...
Has Ben already talked about veganism?
Hashtag iconic.
We have not, yeah. I was saving that for when you got on here, man.
We've mentioned veganism, but we haven't, like, gone on a fucking spiel about veganism.
I don't even think we brushed it on this episode.
Well, I mean, we've talked about, like, us not eating meat and stuff, you know?
Oh, enchiladas, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've kind of...
That's right.
We've braced the
There's
topic.
no way to not talk about it if we're primarily talking about food for fucking solid hour.
There's no fucking way. I like how Grandpa, you're calling it Snob Hill.
Snob Hill, yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah. He used to live there.
What I should do is start plugging some vegan products.
I like the ones. Well, is Summit View right by Nob Hill as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because those are all. You got 3 houses right next to each other on Summit View. What were the numbers? They were like 4207, 4205, 4203. Those are 3 houses. They were all right next to each other. They were pretty cool.
That's like the nice neighborhood too.
Yeah.
I just stayed living there, man.
They were pretty nice. Except for the tweakers.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a little sprinkling of tweakers here and there, right?
Yeah.
Gotta kind of work around it.
Can't get away from them, really.
Can't get away from
They'll
it.
drive to the fucking rich neighborhoods, you know, so to go steal shit. So, what are you gonna do?
I'll put a fence up and
Put an electric fence up.
get protection.
Not like a deadly one, but just one of those shotgun. And just put on a camera and laugh a little bit. You know?
Right on, right on. Dude, alright, dude. Thanks for stopping by, man. We'll catch you. I'll catch you wait. I don't know if I'll catch you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. But I'll check you later, man.
Yeah, dude.
Keep it viral. Keep it vegan.
Keep it vegan. We're not adding that. We're not adding that.
That's awesome.
It's funny, but we're not doing it. You can do it when you come on the podcast. You can be the one to say it. It would be hilarious because he's not vegan.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Fuck, man. Kind of sleepy right now.
You sweepy?
Yeah.
Little sweepy? I mean, shit. The amount of...
I think it's the heat, really. The heat has
Yeah.
been keeping me down, man.
Yeah, the heat does kind of drain you. Zaps your energy a little bit.
And I've been exercising a lot, so, I mean, at least cardio and legs and shit.
Yeah. I've been wanting to exercise.
Yeah, you should get a skateboard, man.
I've been watching...
You come
I've been
you
wanting
come
to
crash on the skateboard and fucking be like,
I told
even
you.
worse because you're 37.
Yeah, right. Yeah, oh yeah. If I... You know me, man. If I get fucked up, those injuries last and linger. But,
It's like 3 weeks later, like, my hip still hurts.
told you, if I'm gonna get involved in skating, it's gonna be a longboard.
What are you gonna do on a longboard? You're just gonna ride it?
Just gonna ride it. I'm too old to bust and try learning flips.
You're gonna bomb a hill? I'm so bad at flips, dude. I'm the worst at flips. I'm good at shove it tricks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hard. I couldn't get my hand wrapped around the ollie, so I just know that takes time trying
We just taught Heather how to ollie.
Nice.
She's been skating for like maybe 2 weeks now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. We just like, all right, we kind of made her do it. Like, okay, go in the grass, just pop the tail on, bring your foot. Okay. Well, we did more than that, you know what I mean? But like, do it in the grass, and I was like, all right, now put your wheel in the crack on the cement now, because the grass doesn't have as much pop. But it's a lot safer if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because if you fall, it's like you're gonna tumble in the grass, whatever. Yeah. Then you go to like a little crack in the pavement so that your wheels don't move while you're trying to sit there and get your feet in the right position to do it. And then you can graduate to, you know, just doing it on the pavement like usual. But yeah. They like the scooter, huh? Scooter kids. Scooters are dangerous, man. I swear to God, I've fallen on a scooter a couple times, man. Also, you do the what the fuck is that called? I can't remember what it's called. When you flip the bottom part of the scooter around in a circle.
Yeah, a tail whip maybe.
Oh, that's like a tail whip or tail spin. I don't remember what it's called. Dude, hitting yourself in the shin with that metal scooter.
Oh, dude,
it hurts. That hurts so much.
A lot of weight. You're just whipping around there.
Yeah, especially if you do it fast. It's like clunk right into your shin. You're like, fuck me, dude.
Better get that timing right.
That'd be cool though, Phil. I'd be down. How old are your kids now? They're pretty. Chase is pretty old, right? Or is it? Fuck, I'm gonna get their mixed. Oh my god, ow, yeah, it's fucking awful. I'm getting their names mixed up, I think, now. I'm getting too old. Can't remember their names properly.
I need to get Malia. She's got a bike that has training wheels, and I need to get her to ride a bike without training wheels.
We'll teach her how to skateboard.
Yeah, maybe.
Start them young.
Maybe that's her thing.
Dude, kids are way better when they start young learning how to skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
You see, like, 9, 5, and 4. Okay. Wow. 9? Damn. Okay.
Okay. I tell you what, man, my thumb is
It's been 9 years since Chase was born.
throbbing.
That's crazy.
Since what? 9 years since what?
Chase was born.
Oh yeah.
I guess him and Angel are the same age.
They grow up quick, man.
It's crazy to think Angel's 9.
It's crazy to think I remember you as a baby.
Yeah. Did you change my diapers?
If I have, I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
doubt I
You
didn't.
probably did. That was the weirdest thing, being like a teenager and people were like, hey, I remember you. I used to change your diapers. Like, can you not? Just keep that memory to yourself.
Right? That's so cool. We're like, is that what they want you to just like?
Wow.
Whoa, dude, that's a high five.
So you used to like wipe the shit off my balls?
What do you say? I appreciate it. Like,
Thanks.
20 years later or whatever. Yeah, thank you.
Want to do another round?
I mean, I kind of learned how to do it myself, but for old time's sake,
Yeah.
what do you say?
Come with me to the bathroom real quick. Get a couple wipes in.
Let's see if you kept your skills up.
I'm gonna do that. The sort of guy, if I can remember that the next time someone says that shit to me. They'll be like a 50-year-old too. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah, yes, I've been looking for you for all these years. You were the only one that did it right.
You were the best.
That's funny.
Ugh, fucking joints are killing me. Back to food, please. It's a weird segue from talking about wiping asses to food, though. I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
I almost got some vegan chili earlier from Cascadia Grill, but we didn't.
I was just gonna ask you from where. I don't know if I've tried their chili from there. I bet it's amazing. I almost went there today, actually, and now you just made me hungry.
What did I end up getting? We got we got Panda Express. That's what we got. Panda Express has vegan options now.
They do?
Didn't used to. Well, they made so they used to use like chicken broth and a lot of their shit, but now they're like, I really want a chow mein. I hadn't had chow mein in years. They switched it now to use vegetable broth.
Dude.
Because like people were bitching about it, so.
Good.
So I was like, hell yeah, man! I was eating some chow mein. I was like, oh, it's been like 2 or 3 years, man. It's so good.
Good for them, man, because like I was saying, I've said it before, all the businesses that are converting are smart because there's money in it.
They have one vegan entree, but they didn't have it at the Tumwater one. I don't know if they have it at the Lacey one. It's like an eggplant something entree. Eggplant tofu or something like that. I don't fucking know.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All I said was eggplant tofu. You're like, sounds amazing.
I hate to keep talking about we get on the vegan conversation and just keep going, but
You know, I mean, whatever, dude. We like food. Everyone likes food. It's cool.
yeah.
Chili with a ton of cheddar cheese and crackers sounds like dinner. I mean, that does sound pretty bomb. Personally, instead of crackers, I like using bread with my chili. You get like a ton of cheese up in your chili and you just dip the bread in it. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, that's why I like bread bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
I'll eat like half a loaf of bread with my chili sometimes now. I'm like, oh my god.
I forgot. I made a bread bowl one time for me and Malia. It was really good. I think I bought those at Whole Foods or something, but they had it already ready. The middle popped out and just bake it, some soup in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can just sit there and just eat the bread as you're eating soup and start breaking it apart. It's good stuff.
Were you guys getting on me again? What do you mean? I don't even think we said Mark at all, did we? He's just like, what are you talking about, me? What are you talking about, Mark? Sipping the bubbly too much tonight?
The bubbly.
Hey man, if you are, enjoy yourself, you know?
Sponsor. Yeah, that's
Whole lot of nothing. This is just one of those podcasts, you know?
yeah, it's one of those floaters. Filler. It's a filler podcast, that's what I call it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do some. Finally remember to bring my colored pencil paper home. I'll try to do a drawing again today. It's hard to get back into drawing. We haven't drawn in a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's like any kind of anything that you're kind of interested in. If you don't do it regularly, you kind of lose the habit.
Yeah.
And then you have to like get the motivation to do it the first time again.
Yeah.
That shit's annoying.
It is annoying. like the interest, sparking the interest in something.
It's like once you start it though, you're like, oh yeah, this is great. You know what I mean? But if you're not doing it regularly, it takes a while. You're like, all right, I'll start it.
But then that kind of goes into the topic we were talking about earlier. It's like maybe that's good to have structure and organize. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You were saying, oh, now it's when it becomes the terms you were using. I forgot.
Intrinsic versus extrinsic.
Yeah.
Intrinsic means like from within. Extrinsic. It's
So
like
when it becomes
external versus internal. You know.
Yeah. So when it becomes extrinsic,
yeah.
That's when it becomes like.
It is more.
off.
Yeah, it is more structured though. So.
But it is more structured, exactly.
Yeah. There's pros and cons to both sides of it.
I just wonder what's more effective. Probably the extrinsic, I would say, even though we don't like it. That's probably the most productive.
Yeah, maybe.
It's got structure.
Some of the best pieces were probably written intrinsically, though. Think about it.
For sure.
Like music and art and stuff, probably the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For long term, though.
Yeah, if you're trying to like for career shit or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Or you at least need to be able to I don't know. At least be able to make your own schedule and stuff, and be able to hold yourself accountable.
Exactly. It's got to be some kind of discipline. It's the discipline.
Discipline or structure. You need one of the two, or a combination, or whatever.
It's with everything, man. I mean, it's even with that with my business. I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, man, I was like, how do I? Although I'm really excited, like where my business is at right now, I'm not as excited as I was when I first started it.
Yeah, this just happens. When you first start, you get really excited about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like any emotion you feel.
Yeah, but I had also a lot of disappointment starting out, a lot of letdowns because it's a lot of unknown stuff that you find out. It's not exactly what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
So you're excited about all this stuff. It's like, oh, I'll just do this. You know, I'll do this. It's going to work so well. And it doesn't. And you're like, no. And so it just kind of like demoralizes you a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I think that kind of chips away at it too, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's also like that with my business, man. Like I'm trying to think of ways. I'm like, how can I think of new ways to? It's like a 50-year-old marriage. I'm trying to figure out how to spice up the sex life again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to get that spark back to. Like I said, I'm still excited, but it's more of a job now. Yeah. It's a job now where I was more than happy to put in way an extra amount of hours.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a relationship where you've gone on so long you had to spice up the sex life?
No, I have not.
Happened to me.
Well, it wasn't like a thing. I guess it just naturally happened over time where we just maybe might try something new. It wasn't like one time where it's like, hey, you know what? Shit's boring. Let's do something different.
I didn't mean like shit's boring, but like maybe you're like not as interested in sex. You're like, I'd rather like go watch a movie and go to sleep. You know,
I'd rather go beat off and just go to bed.
And your partner's like, why don't you want to fuck me anymore? And you're like, I'm just tired, bitch. You know?
Just had a long day at work. Yeah.
If you would stop fucking farting all night. Married couple shit.
I mean, I've definitely had sprinklings of yes where I was with someone long enough to where we had some settings like that, but not full-blown marriage shit like that. But that happens, man, over time. I mean, another 5-10 years and it probably would have been like that. Who knows?
Yeah. It's just funny.
Hey, it is funny.
Yeah.
Mark says just keep going. Eventually it works out.
Yeah. I wonder if people are gonna have that problem anymore. Like so many people are like doing a polyamorous thing nowadays. I wonder.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
That might alleviate that problem, though. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm gonna go fuck Susie for a little bit. You go fuck Mike. I'll go fuck Susie, and then we'll come back when we're not bored of each other anymore.
We'll reconnect in a month.
Yeah. Text me. Yeah.
It is weird these days. I mean, I call it weird, and obviously, you know, it's probably normal to most people or some people or whatever.
Weird to you? It's just something different.
It's different to me. I guess when I say weird, it's not offensive or anything. So, but I did notice, like on Tinder and dating profiles, there's a lot of people that are like already in a relationship, looking to, you know, seek out another partner. He knows about it. He doesn't. He doesn't have to be a part about it.
But he can be.
Yeah, they're always the same thing. He doesn't have to be a part of it unless you want. Oh fuck. It's so funny. It's like a sales pitch is what that is, because obviously, yes, their goal is to have a whole fucking orgy.
There's like one girl on Tinder is like, he just wants to watch. I'm like, so I'm gonna fuck you. He's gonna beat off in the corner. Is that what's gonna happen here?
I mean,
I know that's some people's thing, but I don't know if I'm like, what's up, bud?
So, I mean,
Just fucking your girlfriend.
I don't know if I'd be. My thing is, I would be okay with that, but the guy's got to be like in my
Peripheral?
in my peripherals, and not only that, I'd still be uncomfortable with it just because I'm vulnerable. Like, here's what I mean by that.
You're in that weird position.
I don't want to turn my back. It reminds me of like.
What, you're facing a stab you or something?
Yeah, it's like, it reminds me of when I was like selling weed and I was in this room one time, like selling 20 pounds, and I was counting like $36,000 in a room full of 6 people, and I only knew one of them. And I'm sitting here and I'm counting $36,000 and a bunch of fucking 5s and 10s and stacks of money, you know, just like looking behind me and like, you know what I mean? Talk about a fucking nerve-wracking situation. That's what it's like. And so I don't know if, you know, maybe they have an agenda where the dude's gonna hit me over the fucking head. I'm gonna wake up tied, bound, and gagged.
Yeah, what if he's like naked with a boner? What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Exactly, yeah. Well, if I could see him, nothing. But I'm just saying, even naked with a boner and then he hits me over the head, it's still dangerous.
With his boner.
You're like,
hey.
There was a movie similar to that. Not the same you know, construct, but a little bit different.
Yeah.
It was Jennifer Aniston and what was his name? Clive Owen or Cleve Owen or whatever. Mm-hmm. They basically it's a twist. You don't find out till the end of the movie, but basically this chick, Jennifer Aniston, ends up sleeping with this guy in a hotel, and this guy breaks in, beats him up, acts like I think he even rapes her.
Jesus.
And then leaves, and then it's a whole thing, and you know, it's a secret that they keep and all that, and then he finds out later on, he sees them doing it to another person. It's a whole gig they've been doing.
Jesus.
Yeah, and they're trying to, there's some kind of hustle involved with money too involved in that, but
weird.
It's the same type of thing, you know. It could be one of those situations where I'm just like having the time of my life, right? I'm balls deep, and then I get hit in the back of my head.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way, dude. I matched with this girl on Tinder like 6 months ago, and she's like, "So I have a boyfriend, no big deal. I just want to give you a blowjob, whatever. But he's gonna be in the next room." And I'm like,
"That sounds weird."
I'm like, "This sounds sketchy as fuck." I was like,
yeah.
"No," I was like, "Nope, I'm good."
Yeah.
And not only that, but she was really persistent, and you know, she's like, you know, like, "Hey, are you gonna respond? Do you want to do it?" You know, like that. I'm like, "Nope, that's a scam. Like they're trying to rob me or something." You know what I mean? So. Like, I like blowjobs, but I'm not doing that, so...
Yeah. No, you can tell when something's... I've said it once, I'll say it again. If something seems like it's off, it
yeah, my gut feeling
is.
was very off, and I was like, this is way sketch, dude.
It usually is, yeah.
Also, it was in Lacey, and you know those motherfuckers in Lacey. It was like Hawks Prairie. I was like, Those motherfuckers in Hawks Prairie are fucking scandalous, man, sometimes. Like, that Meadows area, man.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking ghetto.
We're just name dropping that neighborhood right now.
I don't care, man. The Meadows are fucking ghetto, dude.
The ghetto Meadows. Yeah, it is pretty ghetto over there.
Live there. Went to River Ridge. River Ridge is a shit school. Okay.
I was really surprised when I actually built my first sunroom in the Meadows.
Really?
Believe it or not. Out of all
in the Meadows?
Out of all the
That's
places.
so weird.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
Like in those rentals or in the houses you go past those?
It was a house, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This guy was an old Vietnam vet that owned a house back there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my first sunroom. And it ended up having problems on it. And I had to go back for repairs because it was our first one.
Yeah. I actually like the Meadows. If it wasn't ghetto, you know what I mean? If it was just that, like the way it looks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad looking place, you know? But the people there suck.
Yeah.
People there fucking
We drove through there the other day, me and Malia, and she was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." She said something, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
I've heard there's a school right in the middle of the Meadows. Yeah,
I think Brandon and Elena might have went there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I remember we went there when we were like teenagers with Mary, I remember Brandon getting all nostalgic and sad and didn't want to leave, and Mary's like, "Come on," and he's like walking around all sad because or I mean Rhea, sorry.
Yeah, everybody needs to make it to the Meadows, Mark. At least one time in their life.
Pick a different Meadows. I'm sure there's another better than that one.
So, but yeah, I was just telling her, I was like, yeah, Mike used to live over there, and I used to live over here. Selena lived over there for a little bit. Like, we spent a lot of time in this area a little bit.
Was Malia there ever?
No.
I was gonna say that was after she or before she was born.
All that time was before she was born for sure.
Are you leaving, Grandpa? This is a very weird timing, but okay, cool.
Bye, Jim.
Adios. Until next time. I don't know if you're joking or serious, but just in case.
Hasta
la vista.
Hasta. We got 8 viewers. Who are all these people that are watching right now?
I don't know, but Adam rated us, which basically means he's a streamer. Oh. And I think he's like having his streamers come watch us. So.
Oh, got it.
So I think we gained a few viewers from Adam.
Oh, right on.
So if you're from Splinter stream, thanks for joining.
What up, Splinter gang? We
like talking about sexual scams on Tinder and veganism. That's our whole spiel.
Exactly. And we don't like to talk about politics and abortion.
Also, if you comment, we may reply to you, depending on if it's not a troll comment.
Yeah, well, we might reply to some troll comments too. Those are fun.
The fun troll comments.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Do you get your birthday present, Dan? Do you for me?
Yeah. Does Mark get his birthday present?
Yeah, just message me your address. I will send you a birthday present. I'll actually send you a birthday present if you want to give me your address. How about that? How about that?
Jim psyched you out. He says he's still here.
He's still listening. Well, it's nap time. He's old.
Yeah, he's in and out, as they say.
8:40.
He's like fading in and out.
Yeah.
Or he's like, when you do this, your head starts nodding. You're like,
My favorite. I lay in bed with my phone sometimes. Don't ever lay with your phone above your head.
And drop it? Yeah.
I dropped it on my face.
Man, I've done that before.
It's the stupidest feeling ever.
Yeah, it makes you feel like an idiot when you're in your bed and dozing off and drop your phone.
I don't know what 927 means. Don't be putting his address in the. Don't put his address in the comments. There's random people on the internet. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's messed up.
No more. Don't do it.
Holbrook, that's New York, man.
See, I called Mark out on his bluff.
What's that?
He said just playing.
Oh.
Was it just your birthday? Is today your birthday? I don't even remember. I thought he told us it was his birthday soon. I thought you said it was next month or something. I don't even remember. I have such bad memory. 60. Are you already past 60? Grandpa.
Grandma. Who's in Tacoma?
Who's in Tacoma? I thought
that's just right up the road.
Phil lives in Kent, right? You still live in Kent, Phil? I don't know.
Tell you what, I can't wait to tend to my hund.
Your hund?
No hund. I'm gonna pour some peroxide all over it, and squirt some Neosporin on it, blow on it.
That sounds awful, dude.
It does, man. It is actually awful.
Is it excruciating?
Because when you don't mess with it, you don't feel it for a little bit. It's just like numb right now. Mm-hmm. But then I have to kind of tend to it, and it's like activating the pain again a little bit. Just throbbing.
I remember I cut my finger at work one day, and I went home, and I just poured fucking hydrogen peroxide into my cut. Holy shit, that burned.
Yeah, it still burns, even though it's not alcohol.
Yeah.
It's still a different kind of burn. Mm-hmm. It's all fizzing and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, it might have been rubbing alcohol. I don't remember if it was rubbing alcohol or hydrogen. It was one of the two.
Rubbing alcohol, you'll remember. That shit burns.
Maybe it was rubbing alcohol then, because it fucking...
That's right.
It was like searing fucking
The black bottle's peroxide, the clear bottle's rubbing alcohol.
It might have been rubbing alcohol because I think I had the rubbing alcohol from my computer because you know how on your computer the CPU and the fan goes on top of it
Yeah.
and it has that whatever that stuff that the thermal paste. Remember it has thermal paste on it?
yeah.
To take that off, you get like a cloth with some rubbing alcohol and that will remove it. So I had some left over, so I poured that into my cut. Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm always fucking. I hate doing that.
It was excruciating, but I knew it was clean afterwards. You know.
Yeah.
But it was just like, this is gonna suck. Poured it. I was like, ah.
Well, that was his birthday, 9/27.
Oh, okay. 9/27. Okay, so I have a month. Okay. How old are you gonna be? 43?
43. Oh, Philip was saying. Is that where you live? Is that where you live, Philip?
Kent.
Kent?
He's lived there for a while.
Oh, right on.
He lived in Kent. He's also lived in Auburn. Kind of that.
I go to Kent like very frequently.
Yeah.
That's where I pick up a lot of my patio cover manufactured product. I'm there probably at least once a week, maybe more. Yep, everybody's close. Don't even know it.
Yeah. Phil's been there forever, dude. How long you been living in that area, Phil? 20 years? Something like that.
Kent's that fucking just an industrial city.
Yeah.
Heavily industrial.
Well, fuck. We're running out of things to talk about. We don't have to keep it going for 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. I kind of faded. God, I've been putting stuff off. Talking about that lack of motivation, boy.
Yeah.
Definitely got that this week.
Since you're 23, huh, Phil? How old are you now? Is Mark older or younger than you? I think Mark's younger than you. So are you like 44? 45? I think my dad... How old's my dad? Actually, my dad's 46? Yeah, he's 46. God, my dad's getting old as fuck. 44, okay. Right on. Man, this is weird, you know? It's weird being a kid and all my uncles were in their 20s. Now I'm in my 20s, they're all in their 40s.
That shit's weird.
It's so weird.
Just a shift in life.
Yeah. Fuck, then I'm gonna be in my 40s, they're gonna be in their 60s. And then my nieces and nephews are gonna be in their 20s. As is life. Say la vie.
It's like once we're all 40s and 60s, it's like we're all in the same old group category.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are in a different level right now. I'm still young. Kinda. You're not the oldest. Whatever, Mark.
I'm just under that old person.
You're almost there.
group. I'm getting there, yeah.
Almost there.
For like 40s.
Is Mary 50 now?
I don't think so.
She's like 49.
Is she? I don't know, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't even know my mom's age. That's weird, huh?
I think she's 67.
Really?
66, 67, somewhere in there. You know what I mean? Late 60s.
Yeah. No, I thought she was 65 not too long ago, so I think you're right.
66, 67, something like that. She just answered recently, and I don't remember where, but I've seen her say it somewhere. Weakest. Oh, shit. Phil, that's not fair, dude. You're like 6'8", so... He's not 6'8", he's like 6'4", but... 40s and the 20s, what are you even saying? Do you see how I'm related to these people? They don't make no sense. Sometimes I don't make any sense either.
You guys are totally related.
Yeah, well... Got anything else?
No, actually, I do not. I'm pretty spent, pretty burnt.
All right, I guess we would cut this one early for the first time. Actually, I think we cut episode 2 early.
Yeah,
Not mistaken.
we might have. I don't remember.
It's not really recorded on much things. So, but yeah, I think it was like an hour and 45 or something for the second or third episode or something.
Yeah,
And then we did every other episode 2 hours, and that's just our formula now. But whatever.
yeah.
She said she was 68. Oh shit.
Who?
Your mom.
Oh,
Grandma.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. I think my mom's almost 70.
Yep.
Trips me out.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, even me as a kid, she was 40.
So
Like
Bob,
40s.
I wonder how Bob is then. He must be
He's 70, right?
70 something.
Yeah. Early 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about that, huh? Because you're thinking about kids that get older, and then watching older people get older.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two different perspectives. It's pretty crazy.
I don't like it.
No, we all don't like it.
Nobody likes it. I know nobody likes it, but it's just time needs to stop.
It's so hard. You know what I don't like is having to explain the trying to explain the death talk and the growing old talk to Malia without being so blunt about it.
Morbid and sad and shit.
Yeah.
I'm 28, Phil. Getting old. I'm almost 30. Thing is, people think I'm in my mid to early 20s because of the way I look. So
Nice.
deceiving.
You got a 17 and I got a 27.
Yeah, recently.
I guess.
I'm looking all scrubbish right now, but yeah.
Right now, you probably would have got a 23.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, having that conversation with Malia. That's tricky, man. Because I don't have a hard time. It's not like I'm trying to avoid the fact of death, having that conversation with Malia, but having more in-depth details about it and stuff is really hard without sounding sad about it, or
scaring the shit out of you.
trying to scare. Yeah, exactly, without scaring her. I do like to emphasize things like that, though, so that she values or understands the value of time and people, and things don't last, and time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's one of those tricky subjects that tricky conversations to have with kids. So it changes too as it keeps coming up.
How old is Taylor? Taylor was a couple years younger than me, right? So like 26. I don't know. Well, anyway.
Well, you got some pizza to make, or spaghetti to make.
Some pizza. You can get some pizza.
Some pizza.
Make a
man.
pizza pie. Okay. Yeah. Got some shit to do.
Wish it was earlier. I'd go get me some Cascadia grill. You got me thinking about that now.
Yeah, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, I might not be craving it tomorrow.
I want to get. You've been to Wally's, right?
Subs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there. They're only open Tuesday through Friday right now. Are they
3
always
hours a day or something?
I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Yep, there, got them all.
Well, there you go, guys. That's it. That's a wrap for episode 27. And yeah, we should have something whipped up next Wednesday and have some topics to talk about. We got a little lazy. This week, so not much to really talk about. So, but glad you guys could make it. Jim, Philip, Mark, Snakes, Adam. All his gang.
Yeah.
So yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by and joining the conversation. So we'll check you guys later. Later, Phil. Have a good night as well. Yeah. And Jim as well.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time, man. And until then, keep it viral.
Keep it contagious.